Hey GH peeps, what's happening? It's your girl Tawari Babes dropping the latest GH late night delivery. Whoop whoop! It is Monday, January 22nd, 2024. I messed you up with that intro, huh? Yeah, I know I did. I probably won't remember it again, but it's okay. It's always nice to jazz it up sometimes. But anyway, guys, what's good? How was GH for you guys today? Was GHing? Did you get any feels, any thrills, any, oh my gosh, I need to take a pill, any, ooh, did my heart just flutter from this psycho mother and her daughter's bonding? That was me. That was me. Yes, that was my highlight moment, was Esme and Heather. I was all for it, honey. And Esme is about to bring the heat down on Nicholas, Spencer, Ava, and Trina. I'm not too happy about her bringing the heat on my Trina, but it is what it is. And I don't know why she's going after Ava. Ava don't think about her butt. Ava should have threw her butt back over the parapet. But anywho, oh, did she throw her? I think she threw her the first time. She might need to throw her again. But anywho, that was a highlight moment. And I got another hot topic moment from Mr. James Lott Jr. himself. GH, y'all, is about to get two new head writers. Yep. I guess change is gonna happen. So we're gonna get Miss Elizabeth Court, and she's been with GH since '97, and she's been on the writing team, but I guess like in the, not head, but now she's head. And we're gonna get the other guy we're getting is Mr. Patrick McCahey, I think I'm saying his name right, and he's been with The Bold and Beautiful and The Guiding Light. And Mr. James Lott said this is a good thing, and I trust Mr. James Lott because he knows his soap stuff, so But I'm just saying, if you don't believe me, check out his vid, and him and Frank are gonna be on doing their show Wednesday, y'all. I can't wait. I love watching them. But anyway, yeah, James Lott Jr., y'all know him, JLJ Media. He said tonight that GH is getting two new writers, so whoop whoop, it's going to be something special going on. And from what he's saying, I guess they're going to be, we should start seeing more of their work, March. So I'm like, okay, somebody to get the, the stories pushed and juicy at the same time, so we could be like, oh my God, did you see that? Run home to the TV. I'm looking forward to those moments. Nice to see some change, never hurts. So that's going to be pretty exciting. And I got some extra special news, y'all. I am going to be doing another collab with Albert this Saturday. Yay! Yes, I'm excited. I had such a great time. I'm so thankful for Albert opening his platform for me. We're doing a live one this time, peeps. A live one. So, you got to pray for your girl. You got to pray for your girl. I have been practicing on leaving out as much cuss words and talking more polite so that I can be monetized. No, I'm just joking. I would be myself. You know what I'm saying? But I have been practicing because I do got some of my elder family members, and they ain't said nothing about the F-bombs. Well, my mama had said something about the F-bomb. She was like, Trey, you ain't gotta have an F-bomb for this. But Mom, I'm not saying it, each and every effing time. See, I'm doing better already. But anywho, those are my little, woohoo moments. Jay and Jill and Mr. Frank will be back on. I'm saying his name is Frank. I think his name is Frank. Oh my God, I'm gonna feel so bad. But I think his name is Frank. Anyway, they'll be back on Wednesday, honey. I'm gonna be there for that. I might be posting a short review that night because I'm definitely gonna be on that one, and not be on that one. I'm gonna be watching that one. And then me and Mr. Albert gonna do a collab on Saturday. Yes, it's gonna be live. It's gonna be so live, and I'm looking for it. I watch his lives. They're always nice. They're always hot. I'm so looking forward to it. But look, it's 4 minutes in, and I've been talking about other stuff. Let's get into General Hospital. Y'all don't want to hear no more about me talking. I'm sorry, folks. So I said the highlights. Okay, so we're gonna start off at Crimson. I know some of y'all gonna come after me. I'm sorry. I just don't see this working for Carly. And I don't think Carly sees this working for Carly either. And she even says, she was only doing this just to, rub Nina's face in it. This was only supposed to be a temporary thing until he hires somebody on permanently. And I just think that I don't think Drew was listening to her. And this takes me back into the Sam situation where Sam was like, I don't want you to, trying to support him, take from yourself. And she said, I quote, I don't want to let go of Bobby. It's important to me. It's a part of my mom, and I have to hold on to that. And I can't see her running a fashion magazine, being a mom. Okay, let's talk about the first job. Being a mom, and we all know the nannies raise these kids on these general hospital. But I'm going to talk like, how we were talking to our girl. You a mom. You got a restaurant. You just getting that off the ground. You just lost your mom. And now you about to work into a top of the line fashion magazine. That's the flagship of another company. And Sneak Peeks is talking about Valentine's going to let Nina run ELQ. Now, first, that will be a hot mess, but I'm for it. At first, I was like, not ELQ, but I'm for it. Because you already know Ned going to be pissed and my Liv's all up in her face, Nina's face. If she finds that out, how she going to be feeling in? Talking about, well, like, you know what? I'm jumping ahead. Let's get into it. Let's stop. I'm getting, guys, I can't feel, Anyway, so Drew introduces Nina to the new editor-in-chief, Miss Carly Corinthos. Well, I'm sorry, Carly Spencer. She was looking good, too. I love Carly in that black. And she's like, and she thanks him, of course, and he tells her he cannot wait to see Carly's fresh eyes on Crimson. And I'm like, I'm sorry, guys. I know Nina didn't know anything either when she got into it, but am I judging appearances? I just feel like Carly dresses more like me, comfortable, because we're around the same age. I think she's in her 50s. She dresses comfortable. We're dressing comfortable. We don't got time for all that. Even though she was killing those red heels, killing the game, okay? And I follow her. She's like a comfortable person, whereas Nina, well, okay, let me stop. Nina gives a good clap of applause. Well played, bitches. Oops, I cursed again. That is worthy of the Port Charles players. And Drew's like, he just wants her out. But Carly wants to know how she got tipped off from the SEC. And then Nina, once again, she just loves doing this. Well, your best friend Liv got a big old mouth and she was running your business and that's how I heard it. And Carly's like, eavesdropping. Sounds about right. And we know, yes, for Nina, sounds about right. Ain't trying to go after your girl, Spider-Quake, but sounds about right. Then Nina wants to know, now that she's been humbled, are we finally even? My gosh, guys. I just heard the violins playing through this whole entire, like, through her whole entire speech. It was like, girl, please get off the screen. I was with Drew. Can you just leave? Can you just leave? Monica, just leave, girl. Leave, Felicia, leave. We ain't got no free food for you. And then Drew talks to her about, your actions cost pain, destroy people's lives, and these things just can't go unanswered. And Nina, being the complete petty girl she is, the petty heiress, says, you don't think I suffered enough? I lost my husband, which was your husband. I lost my daughter. And I'm thinking to myself, you lost those things, Nina, not because of Carly or even because of Drew. You lost those things because you didn't tell the truth, boo. And that's what her daughter Willow was talking about. You still lying to yourself. She's still lying to herself. She's still blaming everybody for her losing her husband. Carly and Drew had nothing to do with that. And I don't, why do they care if she lost Sonny and her daughter? That ain't, well, of course, that makes Carly happy. Because, she was sleeping with her husband. When did she walk on the boat, seeing them together in the bed? I'm sorry, guys. I was waiting for this. If you know what? I was waiting for this. Okay, this made me happy. Okay, and to see Nina go full vengeance mode back on him, yeah, for that too. It's gonna make a juicy soup. She was like, I lost my job for doing something legal, reporting to the SEC. And I'm looking at her like, are you still using this line, Nina? Don't nobody in General Hospital care about that, except for your people that are going to be your allies, like Valentine and Lizzo. Probably Lizzo. I don't know about Lizzo. But ain't nobody going to sit here hoo-hoo to that because you did something legal. So it was like, oh my gosh, I'm saving people. And in the real world, that is saving people because people do that. That is kind of messed up and people get real time. But we're talking about a soap opera, guys. I think we're getting a little too intense about it. It's a soap opera, and the irony of Nina talking about somebody doing something criminal activity when she's in love with a gangster is just hilarious. Okay, anywho, going on. So after she says that, Carly's like, well, Drew is the boss, so he's legally firing you. And I'm like, well, isn't it illegal? I mean, she already signed the resignation papers, but she could probably have a lawyer look into that. Because isn't it illegal to fire somebody that snitched on you for doing inappropriate things and they were your boss? I mean, I'm pretty sure Nina could probably get her a wiggle around that, but I think she kind of screwed herself in that contract that Drew had her sign. She probably didn't read that fine print. I'm pretty sure that'll be something added on there when we start questioning it too much. Nina says, I bet you're loving this, kicking me when I'm already down. I wanted to kick her then. I'm sorry, I wanted to kick her then. Before I go, now that I'm a condemned woman, may I ask, when are you going to put me out of my misery? And I was like, just unalive her. Can somebody just take that little, what's that cane they used to put up his necks and just drag them off the dang stage? Nina, you doing too much. And Carly's like, well, that's up to you. So you know what Carly's thinking. You go home and unalive yourself anytime you want. And Drew is so tired of the pity party. And he says, I have a magazine to run. And you're no longer entitled to our time or a job here. And then Nina turns around because she just can't let shit go. And she's like, we have two things in common, Carly. We'll do anything for our family, and we both know how to settle the score. And I'm thinking to myself, you didn't settle the score with Jax, who lied to you about, it was Valentine that lied to you about Sasha, and you didn't settle the score with him, you just dumped him. And then, you didn't settle the score with Jax about the not telling you about Nell, and you didn't settle the score with Sunny about not telling you about Nell. What is your really true issue with Carly? And I'm starting to wonder, is she jealous? Y'all let me know in the comments. Is Nina jealous? Because she ain't mad at Sunny, and she ain't mad at Jax, and she ain't trying to destroy their lives for hiding Nell. Now, I can see her anger about Willow, even though Willow told her to drop off a short bridge. But this whole entire, I don't know, this feud it's just stupid after. It's just stupid. I don't like the feud, but I do want to see the destruction, so. Because Nina's is going to, every time you go for vengeance, you got to dig 2 shovels. And I'm pretty sure now she's going to go after that information about Dex. And I'm pretty sure she'll have no problems throwing Dex down and getting his life in jeopardy because she wants to bring down Michael and Carly. But moving along, I'm for it no matter what happens. Where was I at? Drew threatens to throw her out, and I was like, go ahead, Drew, please. I'm okay with you throwing her out now. And Nina says, you got to see my face when I was fired. Was it everything you were hoping for? I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, she was driving me crazy. But the pain is over, because hold on. Was it everything you were hoping for? Because now you know. Oh, she said, but the fun is over. Because now you have to actually run the magazine. and put her big girl glasses on. Good luck. I gotta give it to her. Other than the whining she was doing, the lead was beautiful. It was classic. Because Carly's face is automatically like, yeah. Because Carly's now realizing that she has to actually do this. And like I said in my highlights, Carly there was no plan. The only plan was for her to come and see and rub it in Nina's face, and then he put somebody in the picture, and I was for that because I would like to see Blair Kramer running Crimson. Well, we can't get Tamara Braun back. I would love to get Tamara Braun back. She can't come back as Connie because Ava killed her. Was it Connie? Was her name Connie? I can't think of it. I think her name was Connie. That was some good writing because she was like a split personality or something. And Sonny fell in love with the other girl, and then the other girl came out. I was rich. I love that. Okay, I'm getting. I think her name was Connie. Was it Connie? I could be wrong. I have to look it up. But I like that. I would like Tamara would handle her own behind Crimson. She was doing the damn thing. But Blair could do it. Let's bring Blair back. She ain't got to worry about that. She could go take over Crimson. I would love to see Blair Kramer on the screen. Kramer girl, baby. Kramer girl. Moving along. So yeah, Carly don't want to do it. Drew talks her into doing it. He says it's going to be a us thing. Carly wants it to be an us thing. She goes back and forth. And like I said, she was like, but Bobby's, I don't want to take from Bobby's. And he's like, well, I'm going to help you. We're going to do this together and da-da-da. Drew ain't never around Carly. Do you really trust this man going to get kidnapped, or he's going to run off to Australia, or something else is going to happen? You're going to be left holding the bag. And what is Michael going to feel about this now? Because if Nina does go after the EOQ, Michael and Ned would not be too happy about Drew making a decision and not even discussing it with. And Nedley's going to rib that into Michael. Oh my God, the backfires from this crap. But anyway, let's see. Let's move on over to Lucy and Scotty and Tracy. And Lucy is calling Scotty regarding the update on the operation, and Scotty tells her that he's getting his decks in a row and meeting with Tracy. And he tells her that he told Tracy the truth about Lucy. She, of course, is freaking out and says she's heading over there, and Scott tells her to stop cramping his style. And I'm with Scott. Lucy, she can't. I know y'all guys don't like Lucy. Lucy's hard to love. You have to watch Lucy, classic Lucy, and she just kind of grows on you like a fungus. I think that's kind of harsh to say, but yeah. But this is the kind of annoying stuff she does, and this is very annoying. It's like just like when they were hiding out, and she got them busted out because she had to run the nurses' ball. Oh my gosh! And now this, and she's gonna lose her man, and I'm here for it because I think she's being stupid. I think she should take her licks where they are, and I do like the fact of how Scotty's playing the long game. By telling Tracy about how Lucy's got something planned against her. And Tracy's like, you two are thick as thieves. Why would you be betraying her now? I don't believe it. He says, well, Lucy gets these what do you call them? Hairball sheens. Is that what he called them? Whatever, he calls them hairball sheens. And, she can be brutal and ruthless. And I'm looking at him like, you are talking to Tracy Quartermain, the one who had her daddy on the ground and struggling for his heart medications. Yes, he was faking, but she did not care. She wanted her daddy to sign that will. That woman could do that to her own father, thinking this man was having a real heart attack. She ain't worried about y'all. Bring on the game, Scotty. I hope you fall for her and she manipulate your butt. And Lucy loses some more of her company. I shouldn't say that because I never wanted Lucy to lose her company in the first place. But it just pissed me off. And then how she playing Martin. You see how what happened with Martin. He ended up standing up at the end of that dinner talking about, I see you have attentions elsewhere. And he's going to, and he wants to know what's going on between her and Scotty. Because, and then he tells her about Tracy putting that little birdie in his ear about her and Scotty's connection. Tracy's a good motherfucker. She loves throwing them bad old seeds and letting them reap. But Lucy need to get her shit together. And I wonder if she's going to tell Martin the truth. I hope she tells Martin the truth. If she doesn't tell Martin the truth, then we know that Lucy is about to lose Martin, because this is what happens in all her relationships. When she tries to do something scandalous, she starts lying. And then she's such a bird brain, she ends up getting busted and losing the man of her dreams. Check her history. She's known for it. But that's about it. Tracy's all for the games. Oh, Tracy's all for the games. That I do want to say. Because she does, he says, they end up having champagne at the end, and she's just smiling. And I don't know if she's smiling because he did say, you know, I'm lonely, and lonely people can recognize lonely people. And she kind of looked at him. So maybe they're both going to play this game and both be falling for each other. I don't know. I'm here for it. I think it's cute. I love old people love, just like I love young people love. Let's move on to Laura and Spencer and Dante. Yeah, who all just tired of Laura Lou? Raise your hand, please, in the comment section. Raise your hand. Who's tired of Laura Lou? If she say one more time, Dante, you gonna really take him to jail? Are you gonna really take him to jail? I'm gonna take her to jail. Laura Lou, you call the cops and report a crime. What you think was gonna happen? Y'all leave that in. Y'all let me know it. All hands on deck. Y'all let me know. So we at the hospital still, because you know they sitting right in front of Cyrus's door, just telling the business. Spence wants to leave to get ready for Paris, and Laura's like, nope, you're gonna stay right here until Dante gets here. And he tells her that doing this, giving Ace to his father was very difficult, and it was not easy on him. And Laura lets him know, yeah, but doing the right thing is never easy. That's why you're sitting here waiting to talk to Dante, so you could tell him everything about this, about where Nicholas could have went. I'm like, how would he know? You couldn't even find him. How he gonna know what's going on? His daddy came to get him, and that's the it. What more could you tell him? Laura Lou? I swear to goodness. Anyway, Dante shows up with his fine ass, asking how long Ace has been gone, been missing, and who could have possibly took him. And Laura tells him, well, you know, it's a complicated situation. And I'm like, and that's why you shouldn't have caught him. Spencer tells him that his father took him. And he says, oh, so Nick's back in town? And he just walked in and took Ace? I let my father take him. He apologizes for, and then he apologizes for Dante wasting his time because the police were not needed and my brother was not kidnapped. And Laura's like, oh my God. Dante stated that technically by New York state law, you're right. And Laura's like, yeah, that's why it's a complicated situation and I didn't want to report him as abducted. I said, then why did you report it at all? Oh, reporting to the police cell, nor a snitch. Dante's like, it would have been considered kidnapping if Esme had a legal custody order. But since she doesn't, the statute then defaults to the both parents have legal custody, which is technically right. Unless he took the baby without permission. Big time, and we all know Nicholas didn't ask for no permission. He's a Cassadine. He takes and he leaves. He said, Spencer's like, this, it was not this extreme. My father just wanted to spend time with his son. And then Dante comes back, right, without Esme, his mother, knowing, the one who raised him up until this point. And he's like, well, what does Esme have to say about this? Laura Lou says, well, I'm sure she's going out of her mind. And then she asks, wait a second, she hasn't made a report? Where was I at? Okay, I'm sorry. And then that's when Spencer says, well, it proves me right. Laura Lou says, Laura tells Dante about Esme's charges being reinstated and that she's afraid. And then Dante's like, why? The charges were dropped because she doesn't remember. Spence tells Dante that Ez got her memories back and she should be arrested. Spencer was just throwing dick all over the place. Dante tells Spence that's not enough to arrest Esme. Your gut feelings and her calling you Spence is not enough to put an arrest warrant on Esme. And Laura's like, yeah, I told you it's not going to be that simple. Dante then tells him maybe he should arrest him for aiding and abetting a fugitive. And Laura's like, wait, what? You can't arrest him. I was like, you're not going to arrest him, are you? I'm looking at her like, ain't this what you did to Esme earlier? You didn't learn from the first time, Laura Lou? Anyway, why you calling the cops if you don't want nobody to go to jail? Spence tells Dante that he, of all people, would understand what it's like to have a complicated father. Haven't you been struggling? Are you not? He said, haven't you been struggling on not reporting Sonny for all his various crimes? And I'm looking at him like, ain't that your uncle, Spencer? Why you throwing your balls like that? You really, I bet you wouldn't be talking like that if your uncle was right there. Didn't he shoot you? I was on his face when he said that, because she's looking at Spencer like, Spencer! What has gotten into you? I am so sorry, Dante. I don't know what gets into my grandson. He's a grown man talking out of his head. He's a Cassadine. Dante's like, it's okay. Don't worry, Spencer. I'm not going to arrest you. I should, but I'm not. I added the I should because he was talking all cocky to my baby. You know, Dante, he's so fine with his fine ass. I wish they would color his hair back black. But whatever. I guess we're going to have the salt peppers. I'm not going to arrest you. It's not going to help Ace. But we will issue a bolo and let everybody know that Nicholas is back. And then that's when Spencer's like, I was not trying to knock your old man. And I said, you mean your Uncle Sonny, you little vagabond, or your love for him. Just reminding you the length family will go to for one another. And Dante says, was a piece of advice. When you love family, you know they don't always make the best legal decisions, right? And Spencer's like, point taken. Just wanted to protect my little brother from Esme's crazy ass. He says, and then Dante's like, well, Esme has something to say about that. We got to get her statement, bring her in. And then everybody's like, well, ain't nobody seen Esme. I said, that's because she's at the prison plotting everybody's death. And Laura's like, well, and Dante takes off, and Laura's like, well, now that Esme's got her memories back, we can't underestimate what she's capable of. I think Spencer did. Okay, we're going to get over to my favorite one, Heather and Esme. Okay, so Esme visits her mom and tells her what happened. And she's like, you were right. I should have been more careful. The worst has happened, and now I need your help. And she's like, tell your mother everything. And then Heather is pissed and asks, well, what does Laura have to say about this? And Esme tells her, well, I haven't told Laura. I don't want to deal with too many questions. Like why I haven't called the popos yet. And Heather agrees because Spencer's shooting his mouth about the old Esme being back. Esme tells her that she went to go see Cy. And Heather tells her, I'm going to tell you the gospel truth. He can't be trusted. I was like, Heather was delivering. Oh my gosh, this scene was delivering. Esme and Heather was delivering. I got her, I should, yeah, whatever. Where was I at? Esme asked her mom, what should her next step be? And Heather's like, run, motherfucker. Run as fast as far as you can. And when you think you've ran far enough from Port Charles, run some more. And I wish Esme, man, it would have been such a great plot if Esme would have listened to her mom. For real. Esme agrees and says as soon as she gets her son. And she says, you can't wait that long. You've got to leave now. And she's like, what? Without my son? No, never. And her mom's like, you don't have a choice. You don't have any allies, baby, or anybody to help you. I'm all you got. And I'm kind of preoccupied at the moment, because she's in jail. I'm going to come. She said, it's going to come out. It's going to come out about your memory. And you can't hide the fact. And you can't hide the fact that your son is missing. You can't hide that fact. She said, Laura and Kevin are going to come. Don't you say they come over every weekend to see little Ace? How you going to keep hiding that? And Esme's like, well, shit, I didn't think that far. And he says, they're going to figure it out. They're going to drag you back to court and put you on trial. And unless you want to spend the rest of your life in prison, honey, you got to run. And I was like, why would she spend the rest of her? Oh, because she killed somebody. That sure is true. And she's like, well, what about Ace? Am I supposed to abandon him? Abandon Ace like you did me? And Heather's like, I didn't abandon you, Esme. I gave you up because it was the best for you at that time. Yeah, because your mama was on the run, girl. And Esme's like, leaving my son is not what's best for him. To ensure your liberty, yes it is. We both know that Nicholas is a feckless dilettante with an overactive libido. But he ain't gonna hurt Ace. You need to go hide, regroup. I'm busting out of here and we can find Ace together. He said the same way I found you. I may be behind bars, but I got my daughter back. And that's I may be behind bars, but I got my daughter back. And that is worth every second in this hellhole. And Esme lets her know that they've missed a lot of time together. And she couldn't fathom being away from Ace that long. It would kill her. Heather tells her that she understands that this is going to be hard. But they just don't have the resources to go after Nicholas. You have to play the long game, Esme. And of course, Esme ain't trying to hear that at all. And this was a beautiful scene, guys. I mean, I was like, if these two women weren't crazy, it would have been a beautiful... Well, it didn't matter. They still did a great job. And Esme's like, so what am I supposed to do? Hide out all alone while Spencer and Trina ride off into the sunset? Oh, and Heather hits her with the hard one. What? Are you speaking as a mother or a jealous ex? This isn't about jealousy. It's about vengeance. I want every single one of them to pay. Nicholas, Spencer, Trina, Ava, they're all going to pay for what they're all going to get what they deserve. Heather agrees and tells her that she will help her, but she's going to have to wait. She can't run out. She can't do this on her own. I did highlight one part because I was going to skip to the end. I've become a mother and I see things differently. Appreciate you always checking on me, protecting me. This is the kind of mother I intend to be. I said, oh, poor Ace. He gonna have a psycho mama like she has a psycho mama. Now this is, we all know at the end, Esme chooses vengeance. Shocker. But if she would have listened to her mom, like her mom told her, you should have listened to me the first time, she could have came back and did the most craziest dirt. I would have loved if she would have took off running. And Trina Ace comes back, and Nicholas can't keep him because he's on the run. So after he sees that Esme's gone, or is presumed dead, he comes back. He drops Ace off and leaves again until his name could be cleared. Spencer and Trina raise Ace as their son. They have a kid together now, and since Ace never knew his mother, Spencer Trina steps in. And then Esme comes back as the nanny. Face change and everything. Oh, wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be good? Wouldn't that be good? She come in as the nanny. They all grown now. And little Ace is growing up with his brother, his half-brother, whatever, his cousin, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I guess it's his cousin because... Wouldn't they be cousins? They wouldn't be siblings. Yeah, they'd be cousins. But they grew up as brothers. And they wouldn't even know that they got two different moms, even though his stepmom is very dark. And Esme comes back as the nanny and starts plotting hell. Face change and all. I would love that. But they're just going to, I don't know. That's how they used to do stories like that. I used to love that. The real mama come back playing somebody else. And then she's like, no, thank you, Heather. And then she calls her, thank you, Heather, mother, but I choose vengeance. And we're going to scooty-dooty over to Brooke and Chase and talk about them real quick. And they're asking Gregory to officiate their wedding. But Gregory is afraid because of his ALS and his active active situations that's going on with him. He's afraid he might stop talking or he might fall. He doesn't want to embarrass them on their beautiful day. And he even asked them if they could get somebody else to step in. And Chase is like, well, if that's what you want to do, Dad, that's not necessary. I don't care. What would make our day special is to have you officiating it, and Brooklyn sells the deal, and he agrees, and I thought that was beautiful, but I also understood his fears. He doesn't want to mess up his son's wedding, but that would mess him up, him not being there. Oh, we gonna talk about Liv and Nina. So Nina runs to Liv into the bathroom, and she still got the photo with her, and I'm like, what? Okay, you remember she walked out with the photo of Willow and the kids when she walked out of the Crimson. I don't blame her. That's the only thing she really wants. But why are you walking with it still in your hand? Are you just that needy of a victim? Why didn't you just put that big ass purse? You could have slid that into that purse. Anywho, yeah, she got a whole purse, and the photo could fit right in there. So Liv says it's been a while. I haven't seen you since the SEC reveal. Since it was revealed that I said something about the SEC, and Liv's like, yeah, and not my husband. I'm like, I know you ain't trying to catch no attitude. You wanted everybody to be getting along, Liv. She just, you know what, Liv? Whatever. So Nina starts going on, letting her say, let me have it. Can this day get any worse? Go ahead, wham, 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 beat me up, say what you gotta say. And Liv's like, nah, I'm good. You're already in a bad place. Even if it's you, I wouldn't kick you down. And they discuss Drew firing her from Crimson and hiring Carly. And Liv's like, well, wow, I didn't see that happening. And she's like, no, that hurt, Nina. You know, you put everything into this company, and Nina did. You put everything into this company. It's like your baby. And Nina doesn't understand. Liv does not understand Liv's coolness. You know, about, you know, you're supposed to be Carly's best friend. I lied on your husband, and he took the fall for something I did. And I just don't get it. And why didn't you say anything? And Liv was like, because I wanted peace. And I'm like, Liv, no, you wanted trash. You wanted trash. What you would have done was trash like everybody else done. You better, oh my goodness. Anyway. And then Liv tells her, you know, there still can be peace found. And she holds the picture up of the kids. And you can still get your family back if you take time and let things heal. But what does Nina do? Nina chooses vengeance. And I'm for it. Bring on the vengeance, Nina, because it's going to make a juicy February sweeps and a juicy March, and I'm all here for it, and I can't wait. And thank you guys for hanging out with me for this time. I hope you have a wonderful night and a wonderful day tomorrow. Let's bring on the juice. Woo, woo! Look forward to seeing you guys this Saturday at the collab. You'll see me tomorrow for tomorrow's daily review. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. You guys have an amazing day tomorrow. Mwah!